Back at Sha Tin once more for a big 10-race programme, plus the Yasuda Kinnan as well, of course, of Western Express in Japan. The Lion Rock Trophy is our big race. We'll be looking at that here this afternoon on Racing to Win. A very warm welcome to the show. I'm Andrew Lejeune, joined here in the studio by our form analyst Paul Lally and race caller Brett Davis as well. And Brett, small field for the Lion Rock Trophy, but Werther's back, first up over 1600.
That is, Andrew. Yeah, it'd be very interesting to see Werther. Of course, the last time he raced was in the Gold Cup, and that was the time and the day that Time Warp broke the track record and broke 2 minutes over the 2,000 metres. He bled on that occasion. The horse that ran third, Seasons Bloom, hasn't been able to follow it up. But the horse that ran fourth, of course, obviously has in Pakistan Star. And we know Time Warp since that day has done very little as well. So it was a real gutbuster for a few. Quality horse, probably a tad short, I would have thought. And a race in Japan, obviously, down the track at the end of the month is his goal.
Quite possibly. Load of first starters, Paul, and there is a load in the Triple Trio as well.
Yeah, the big jackpot, one of the biggest ones we've had this season, of $15.3 million jackpots. We're estimating it's going to get up to around the $27 million mark. So plenty of money floating around there. And also, as you mentioned, there's a lot of first starters. A couple of good ones there too. I think they should run all right fresh. So look forward to seeing them.
All right, we'll keep an eye on them, but we've got plenty to get through, so we'll launch straight into it as far as Sunday's programme is concerned. There's a couple of horses that aren't going round. All You Need in race 4 has been replaced by one of those first starters, Money Marshall. Brett Preble will be in the saddle there. And also in the 4th, Happy Surveys, the 2 promoted runners there. Bo Duke, Keith Young will be in the saddle also. So it's race 4, 2 scratchings are there. This is meeting number 77 of the season. Of course, completes our 3 meetings here at Sha Tin as well. All races on the turf. We kick things off with a Class 4 over the 1,400 metres, headed by Leisured Feet. A little bit disappointing last time out. It's coming at barrier 4, though. Brett Preble in the saddle. Lotus Breeze beaten favourite last time out. Shining Bright, 7th on debut to Super 18. Viva Council, course and distance winner, 2 starts back. We've got Chu Chow Kid, who was 4th at big odds to Experto Crede last time out. And down to Happy Bunch. The 10 of them go around here. Hood goes on for the first time. Jack Wong takes £5 off.
First of the day, rail in the B position for the 10-race card. Viva Council's been reliable out of the gates for most of his starts, and he's expected to find the front. Leisured Feet, probably to race handy again as he did last start. Lotus Breeze, what does Magic Success do from barrier 8? Does he sit there, Joe? Does he try and slot in for cover, or does he even try and get outside of Viva Council? He probably had the biggest question mark alongside of his name.
Here's Shining Bright. Now, he's only had the 1 start, Shining Bright. He's the one closest to us, 297. You can see him going nicely with a couple of stablemates there, all 3 of them running very well. But I thought it wasn't bad from Shining Bright. Chu Chow Kid, he went his best race that he's ever gone in his career, I think, at his last start. Ran 4th. Unlucky not to run 3rd as well. Keith Young aboard and a couple of even sectionals for him. So he's come out of it OK. I thought it wasn't a bad run from him.
All right, OK. A couple to take note of. We start off here with Viva Council. The winner 2 starts back. This is the last start effort, though. Laugh Out Loud, Happy Bunch and Leisured Feet. Viva Council in front at this stage gets bloused, though, by Bossy.
He does, but Bossy's done this to a few horses in his career, and I thought he did a pretty good job, Viva Council, all considered. Laugh Out Loud down nearer the rail. He's held up for a portion of the stretch. The Happy Bunch has been disappointing. Leisured Feet was very disappointing in this race. However, there may have been a legitimate excuse. He did pull up with a cut to his leg, and I get the feeling he may have been galloped on, and that's the reason he weakened out so noticeably. So there's maybe a slight little excuse for him there, because he was looking like he was close to a win.
Yeah, I'm going to give him another chance, because I thought that was the case. Looking at it, and, you know, when you pull up with a cut on your leg,
when you get galloped on,
something's happened. You know what? Someone stands on your foot. It's not the best, is it? But I think Viva Council is going to be tough to beat, because I think he'll go straight to the front and dictate this race.
All right, OK. Hunyan Swiftness was 3rd here. Chu Chow Kid, as you mentioned, Paul, this was certainly his best effort so far, and Livebird Star below par from him.
The jockey from Macau actually got a little suspension here because he didn't ride the horse right out to the finish, Chu Chow Kid. Now, Hunyan Swiftness, I think he would have beaten him for 3rd. Obviously, that's why he got that suspension. So, interesting. He's an interesting runner. I'm going to find his place for him, because I think he is a horse on the improve.
I didn't put him in, Paul, but you've made a good case for him. I mean, that's 2nd up. He's going to go into this race 3rd up. I'm giving Hunyan Swiftness a little chance. There's a heap of money for a place for Hunyan Swiftness early, and those large plunges early for that horse in particular throughout the season have been pretty accurate.
All right, OK. Magic Success still yet to break through. He's shown enough promise to suggest that he's certainly capable of winning a race. We're looking at his last start effort behind Grade 1 when he worked home strongly.
Yeah, I thought this was actually reasonable. I mean, he drew barrier number 10. He sort of had to cover a little bit of ground. He sort of rolled up here. He laid in under pressure, bumped with Fresh Power, who eventually came through underneath him and tried to chase down the runaway winner. I thought this was a reasonable effort from Magic Success. Look, he's no world beater, but this is another race that I think is very suitable to him. I tipped him there. I wasn't disappointed. I'll give him another chance.
Yeah, I've got him in there as well. I just wonder where he's going to be, as you mentioned in that speed map in the run.
Yeah, I think they might have to take the option of roll forward and get outside the lead.
All right, he's actually come up favourite at this stage. Paul, he's in, but who's on top?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Viva Council. I think he can go to the front and dictate this race. He's ran second last start. He just got nabbed by Boss, as we saw. And prior to that, he won. So if they leave him alone, he can be very dangerous. We'll give Leisured Feet another chance. From barrier 4, I think he can get a nice trail. And he did have that cut when he pulled up last time. So I saw an excuse there for him. Choo Chow Kids on the improve. And I threw the 9 in for 4th, which is Magic Success. I think Magic Success can run a bit of a race there for 4th. He's come up as the favourite. So went 4, 1, 8 and 9 and go Exotics.
I've got similar numbers. I'm going to tip Magic Success. I think primarily they're a chance of trying to sit outside of the lead. If that doesn't eventuate, I think he's still a chance of sitting back with a little bit of cover and hitting the line. He is a nice enough horse. He's obviously taking a few sort of runs, but his best effort has been clearly 4 or 5 runs ago, and it was good enough to win a race like this. Him to overhaul Viva Council. Leisured Feet, same excuse for Paul. I think he got galloped on last start. He was close to winning. And Hinyon Swiftness, there is a lot of money for this early for a place, as you can see there on screen. I want to keep him in the tips, so I've gone with a trio as the way to play it. 9 as the banker.
All right. 4 and 9 for me. That's the cue, and the 2 numbers that crop up across all of our selections as well.